Welcome back everyone to Minecraft Feed the Beast. I'm feeling a little under the weather today, so hopefully my voice isn't too bad or anything. It is. I just got up like an hour ago. I slept till noon, so I must be sick. Anyway, I got a fly gene from a bat, and this thing takes, I think it was 28 steps in the breeder. Or 24 or something like that. So let's see, I've already got a syringe of my blood centrifuge, so let's put the fly gene in there. And I believe this allows you to fly as if you were in creative mode, kind of similar to the bat morph and the morph mod. Okay, so we got that in there, and we have to centrifuge it again. And I'm loving that power bar at the top. Only thing that I think is kind of bad is it's probably not colorblind friendly because it's all green and red, but I'm not colorblind, so... Okay, it's making me feel kind of sick. Alright, so, does this mean... Yes, I can just fly as if I'm in creative mode now. How awesome is that? I don't know how often I'll use this. I mean, I guess it is basically free flight. I don't know if there's any penalty like increased hunger or anything like that. It's definitely a bit faster to do this. Yeah, but still, this will be very useful for building. Like, especially for changing out the ceiling, it's really hard to reach normally. Now I can just fly up here like I'm in creative mode. Okay, so is there anything else? I don't think really much else has changed around here, except I built a little bit on the power room, and I'm out of sandstone, unfortunately, so I'm gonna have to wait for more of that. I've probably got a bunch I could smelt, but I don't know. Nuclear reactor finished its first set of fuel rods. It's on the second, and it gives you depleted uranium fuel rods. It gave me one for each one that I had in there. You put them in the thermal centrifuge, looks like they're already done, and gives you tiny piles of plutonium. 9 of those will make a full plutonium. 3 full plutonium and some of this uranium will make MOX nuclear fuel, which I think is what you need for the radioisotope, whatever it is. The thing with the really long name. I could be wrong about that. Okay, so I think that's about all I've got to say for right now. I'm not sure when I'll record more. It might be a couple of days. Just finished episode 16, and episode 15 goes up today. Well, it's been about 2 days since I recorded that last clip, and I am feeling considerably better. And unfortunately, it is kind of late at night again, so I'm not sure how well I will do. I've spent most of the day working on getting a development environment for Minecraft 1.7 set up, so I can begin working on my mod whenever for 1.7 whenever I feel like it. For now, I'm going to stick to working with 1.6 because that's what I'm currently playing on, but as more and more mods update, I will probably shift my focus to Minecraft 1.7 and begin developing for that exclusively. But for now, I've got the basics set up. I was just able to add a block. I had a bit of trouble, probably because of something that I've done to make it easier to add blocks. Actually, kind of created a pain trying to get it set up to work with 1.7. It's kind of weird how those blades disappear. And I'm trying to think of something I want to build up here. I have a rough idea, but not sure where I want to build it yet. Anyway, what got me interested in setting up for 1.7 is a news update I just saw in the FTB launcher this morning, which talked about their 1.7 packs and how they're going to try to focus the packs on one energy source. Like, for example, I think they said their main pack would probably focus on redstone flux from thermal expansion, and then there'd be a separate mod pack that focuses on IC2, and so on. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that interruption. Now, where was I? I believe I was talking about that Feed the Beast news, and yeah, I believe it's a good idea to kind of divide the mod packs up into energy systems, like they've stated, and hopefully I'm not misinterpreting it, but if you still wanted to have IC2 and thermal expansion together, you could do that. It would be very easy to just copy-paste the mods together. And with the changes in the ways that IDs are handled in 1.7, that would be just no problem at all. One problem with the way IDs are handled right now is that they're done on a per instance basis. So if you set up a custom mod pack and want someone, like a friend of yours, to play on a server with you, you have to make sure that you have the exact same config files, or pretty close, at least as far as IDs go, or it will not work. I've learned that from experience over the years. Well, okay, it hasn't been years, but it feels like it in some ways. And I still don't fully understand how 1.7 is doing IDs. I didn't really follow it whenever they were coming out with the new version of Forge or anything. I've just recently started experimenting with it, but previously, whenever I was adding a new block, I had to specify a default ID for it to load up in the case that's not in the config file. Now that has gone entirely. There are no default IDs. There are no IDs that have to be manually specified, period. Minecraft does all that for you. And I believe it does that on a per world basis. So if you added a mod after you'd created a world, those will get added in wherever there's IDs available. And if you create a new world after that, after you've added a new mod, then the IDs may be different for that world. That's the way I understand it. I could be wrong about that. Either way, that eliminates one of the major hassles of setting up custom mod packs for servers and such. And I don't believe there's any way I'm going to be able to build and talk about this stuff at the same time. Especially since I don't know exactly what I want to build. I just have a rough ideal. I'm really not happy about living underground there. It might be easy to expand, but it feels so messy, and I really don't like that. It feels claustrophobic. I don't get claustrophobic in real life, but I don't like small spaces in Minecraft. It just feels wrong. I like being able to see everything, which was the ideal behind the base that I built in my last LP. And this is just a really talky episode, isn't it? So what I've seen so far getting my development environment set up with 1.7, I like it. I like the ideal that I'm not going to have to worry about block IDs all the time anymore. I love those terminal glasses. How awesome is that? Well, maybe not the chain leggings. There we go. That's more like it. Okay, I'm just very easily distracted right now. So I want some kind of building up on the surface. And I think I'm going to go with just vanilla stone bricks. Those are really nice. Go away, please. There's another one. Let's get rid of that guy. Oh, it's one of these guys. They kill me all the time. So, I guess I could talk a bit about the plans for my mod that I have. I think I'm going to keep things mostly the same. I'm probably going to add one more gem, a white one. I think I'll probably call it Opal or something. seems kind of appropriate. I'll have to look up a list of all different kinds of gemstones like I did when I was choosing these. A lot of these gemstones in real life can have multiple colors, but I of course had to assign one color for them. And I chose them based on color for the most part. Like I just wrote out the letters of the rainbow, Roy G. Biv, filled in spaces, put some kind of in between, like the garnets kind of in between red and orange, for example. And just made a list of 12 of them. One more would make 13, which is kind of a weird number, but I think it'll be okay. We do need some white. Other than that, I think things will stay mostly the same, and I'm also planning on making an official release of my mod in 1.7, where right now I do have downloads available in the description of my videos, but I don't have a Minecraft forum post or anything because I just don't feel like this is good enough to be called finished. Another problem I'd like to solve, but I'm not sure how well it would work, is right now there's each of these tools takes up one item ID. 5 different types of tools times 12 different gemstones times 2 tiers plus the fish tools makes a lot of item IDs. Something like 120 something. And that's not horrible, but it'd be nice if I could compress these all into maybe 10 to 20 IDs, which should be doable. My only concern is that it'll be hard to make it so that recipes show up in any eye. Alright, so I think that's about all I wanted to say here. Let's see if we can figure out what to build and where. I wouldn't mind clearing out these trees. And this area seems kind of flat, so I might do that. I do have a second Minecraft account, which I've used once before, but the only way I know to record with that is to record with that extra account on my main computer and play on my laptop. And my laptop is just horrible. I'm lucky if I get 20 frames per second in Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft. So, I would have liked to do a time lapse or something of me clearing this area, but maybe not. I wonder what would be the best way to clear this area. Or should I just wait and only clear what I need? I don't know. Do I even have an axe on me? I did make this one recently. Doesn't even have any enchantments on it. Well, okay, let's get to work, I guess. We've covered a pretty good area so far. Got some more thorns here, and I need to eat. Alright, so I don't really have a specific plan. I have an ideal for a style, just a rough ideal. And I'm actually going to need to make a lot of glass as well. I'm not sure what kind of glass, though. I'll have to look into that off camera. At this point, there's just almost no point to having some kind of shelter. I've been out here all night working and haven't seen a single mob. They're just nowhere to be found anymore. I don't know what the problem is. Okay, so I think I also need to clear off a bit of this hillside, maybe? And... yeah, I think this hilltop might be a good place for a major room. Has a pretty nice view. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording and clear this off. I was actually thinking just earlier today about how far my mod has come. I started working on it in 1.5. I remember it was after it was announced that Red Power probably wouldn't be coming back, and I thought, I'm really gonna miss those ruby pickaxes and sapphire pickaxes and, you know, those the tools you can make out of the 3 gemstones from Red Power. So I thought, I'll make a mod to replace them. And that's how I got started modding on Minecraft. Probably not the best story ever told, but that's how I got started. Oh, these mushrooms. I did fix that bug. I was originally going to have a dimension in my mod, and it was originally called Silence Abyss because of that, but I renamed it because I realized adding a dimension was probably way too much for someone of my limited creative capacities. And that was probably for the best. So now my mod is all focused on tools and gemstones. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's get a shovel down here. So much junk. Don't worry about sorting all that out later. There are just too many items in this game. Okay, I'm gonna maybe flatten this off a little bit. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll take off one more level. I've kind of been wanting to play Starbound again, but I don't feel like enough has changed in the game since I last played it to really make it worth playing again. I do check their website every once in a while, and it sounds like they've got some pretty big changes planned. Actually, they've got tons of stuff planned. Right now, it seems like they're working on modifying the combat system, and their ideals sound pretty good to me. It seems like they want it to be more focused on timing rather than just knocking monsters back so they can't hurt you. It would be more focused on blocking and timing your attacks. So I'm thinking of having some medium-sized room on this hilltop. And I'm going to go with rooms that are connected by hallways of some kind. And instead of having rooms as intersections like last time, I'm going to try to avoid that. Because that takes up space in the room that would otherwise be used for other things. Okay, so that's 11. Something like that maybe. And let's move it over a couple blocks. Is that going to be big enough? Doesn't feel big enough. Okay, what if I... Okay, that feels like a pretty good size. So what I would want is to maybe have an entrance on this side. And then it could have something like a staircase coming down. Kind of like that, maybe. I can definitely tell the nuclear reactor is running since we're gaining about 74 EUs per tick. Alright, so we'll need to change this floor out for whatever we decide to go with. I don't think I want to do just stone bricks. Maybe stone bricks around the edge. And then maybe stone slabs in the center. Wonder how that would look. Can you make the stacked stone slabs? Yeah. And if you break these, gives you regular stone slabs back. Or are those the regular ones? Yeah. Okay. I remember at one point when you broke these blocks, or maybe it was the other stacked stone slabs, you would get a different type of slab back. It would have a different damage value. I think that's a pretty good combination. They might be vanilla blocks, but they're pretty good. One thing I'm considering doing in the future, I'm not sure, is depending on how long it takes Feed the Beast to get 1.7 packs out, I might start playing 1.7 before then. Once there are enough stable 1.7 builds of mods and I get my mod up to date, I might just put together my own pack and start playing on that and add new mods as they come out. Something like that. It's just an ideal right now. I don't know for sure if that's what I'll do. Alright, I think that looks pretty good. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this room exactly. I'll probably work with this more off camera. I kind of hate doing building when I'm recording. It just creates that much more editing work for me to do. This rain. Alright, I'm gonna go see what I've recorded and how much I have after editing. I don't know if I've shown this little AFK room here. What was that? Thought I heard a weird noise. Okay, well I'm gonna go edit what I've got and see how it turns out. Seems I'm really good at running my mouth today. We're about out of time. Anyway, this is kind of what I was thinking of going with. I may need to tweak the style a little bit still, but I wanted to keep it kind of simple, so it's kind of intended to be something where it comes straight up, turns 45 degrees, then another 45 degrees goes across, and the blank spaces are supposed to be glass. And I wonder if I should knock out these blocks. I don't know, that looks kind of weird to me. We'll have to see once we get the glass in. What kinds of glass are there? I forgot we had chisel. Might be worth looking into. Okay, well for now I think it's time to wrap up this episode. It's getting a little bit on the long side. I try to keep them under 30 minutes. The 20 to 30 minute range seems to be pretty good. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. Leave a like if you enjoyed this one. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time, where hopefully we will be doing more building and less talking.